everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a new reading vlog, because I haven't done just a normal casual cozy reading vlog in quite a few weeks, and I'm just excited to start a new one because I just want to start some new books. I'm finally finishing up some books that I have been reading for quite some time, because I have 70 pages left of Rouge by Mona Abad, which I think I started 3, maybe 4 weeks ago. So I'm excited to finally finish this one. This is actually the only book that I'm actively reading because I have also decided to DNF a book, namely Arcadia by Ian Pearce. I checked my story graph and I started this one in January and I'm only like 30% of the way through. Every time I want to pick up this book, I'm not interested in picking up this book, so maybe it's a good time to just DNF it. I read this one on my Kindle, or I started reading this one on my Kindle in the hope that it would be a bit easier because it's quite big and dense, but I'm just not really enjoying it. I can't get into it and I'm going to DNF it and it feels so good. So DNFing that book. I'm still reading this one, but I do want to pick out some new books to read because I love reading multiple books at once, one physically, one audiobook and one ebook. And since I've nearly finished my physical read, I want to pick out a few new books to read. So let's go over to my bookshelf and see if there are some books that I want to pick up next. Okay, first of all, a new physical book that I want to read. There are quite a few that I'm really interested in. Let's take a look. Maybe a memoir, because I haven't read a memoir in quite some time. Maybe like one of these books that I haven't picked up yet, Labvona or Ruth and Penn. But I'm also very excited about these kind of cozy witchy books, the very Secret Society of Irregular Witches or Garden Spells. I think I'm gonna pick up this one. It's quite a thin one, it's nice and floppy. Okay, this is going to be my physical read. Then I also always pick out a book to read on my e-reader because I always like to pick a bigger book to read on my e-reader, and my eyes instantly went to The Toll. I read Sight and Thunderhead years ago and I still haven't picked up The Toll, which is the third and final book in the series. I think I'm just going to read a very extensive summary of the first 2 books and finally read this one on my e-reader because it's been so long since I've finished the first 2 and I need to just continue this series. So I think this is going to be my e-reader book. And when it comes to the audiobook, I am just going to look for some because of course I need to see if some books on my shelf are also available on audio, because I'm currently really working on reading my physical TBR, so reading the books that I have on my shelf. But if I find one on audiobook, I can also listen to it as an audiobook. So I just need to look for some books that are available on audio. So I will get back to you with that shortly. But first of all, Garden Spells. I'm really excited about this book. I think it kind of matches my outfit as well. This is written by Sara Addison Allen, and it says, in a garden surrounded by a tall fence, tucked away behind a small house in the smallest of towns, is an apple tree rumored to bear a very special sort of fruit. In this luminous debut novel, Sara Addison Allen tells the story of that enchanted tree and the extraordinary people who tend it. I'm very excited for this book. I do need to finish Rouge first though, but that's okay. And then lastly, The Toll, which is the 3rd book in the Sight trilogy. And I need to look up what Sight was about. I believe it was about a world where people must be killed by the scythe. Something like that. I'm gonna have to look it up. The first book, which I read years ago, absolutely loved though, so that's a good thing, but I just have never finished the series. Thou shalt kill. What if death was the only thing left to control? In a perfect world, the only way to die is to be gleaned by a professional scythe. When Citra and Rowan are chosen to be apprentice scythes, they know they have no option but to learn the art of killing. Very messed up, but I can remember that this was really, really good. So I'm going to look up some very good summaries of these first 2 books, and then I'm finally going to read The Toll, but I'm gonna put this on my e-reader because it's freaking big. Oh my goodness. But I always find that reading on my Kindle makes me read a lot faster. I am going to pick an audiobook soon, but first I am craving a little snack, and I just bought something that is a very typical Dutch thing to eat around this time of year, because it's nearly King's Day. Tomorrow it is King's Day, which is the birthday of our King Willem-Alexander, and am I the biggest fan of the whole monarchy? Not really. On King's Day it's very typical to eat this specific snack. It's like a pastry. Okay, this is the pastry. It is an orange tompoes, and a tompoes is basically a layer of crispy kind of puff pastry on the bottom and on the top, and then all the way on top is some icing. Normally this is pink, but because it's the king's birthday, they make it orange because orange is our national color. And then in the middle is this lovely cream. Very excited to eat this. So I'm gonna keep you updated on which audiobook I'll be reading, and first I'm gonna finish this pastry. I have found a book to listen to, namely Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I've never read Little Women before. I have seen the most recent film, but I've just never read it before, and I actually quite like listening to classics. So I'm going to read Little Women, and I'm excited. This book has been on my shelf for so long. Also, this cover is so ugly. But I'm going to start listening to it now whilst cleaning, whilst vacuuming, while doing the dishes, and then I'm ready for the weekend because it's currently Friday afternoon, nearly 3 p.m. So it's time to do a little bit of cleaning and tidying whilst listening to this audiobook. Okay, I just read this entire recap. This is a great website. Book series recaps. Just read this entire recap. Oh my goodness. Of Sight. Holy moly, I didn't realize it was so long. What? Okay, now I need to read Thunderhead, but I'll do that in a bit. I've also listened to about 7 or 8% of Little Women, and I can feel that this book is going to be very cozy and it's going to be a family that you're joining, you know? So I'm excited to read this. I'm already enjoying it very much. Let me know in the comments if you've read Little Women. I really enjoyed the film, and I think Jo Marsh is a very cool character, so I can't wait to read more about these little women. But it's 4:15 right now. I'm going to finish up some work, then I'm going over to some friends and just have a very chill evening. Hopefully before I go there I can read a bit more from Rouge because I really want to finish it either today or tomorrow. I've got 70 pages left, so I should be able to do it, but yeah, it's a very weird book. It's so freaking weird, so I really don't know what to think of it yet. And let's see if the ending will be better or good. I don't know if it's good. I don't even know if I'm enjoying the book, if I think it's good. It's just really weird. Also finished my drink in this really amazing new cup or glass that I got from Anthropology in England. And what I always do is I love my soda stream to make sparkly water. Sometimes I'm just craving something sweet, and I bought this drink that's super sweet, and I found out if I just pour a little bit of that normal drink and then just fill it up with sparkling water, you have the perfect drink. So that's a nice tip. If you bought something that's a little bit too sweet, just mix it up with water or sparkling water. A random tip. Okay, I'm gonna finish my work and hopefully read some more from Rouge. Good morning, happy Saturday. I have nearly finished Rouge. I'm going to try to finish it right now before I'm going into town to celebrate King's Day. I have like 40-ish pages left, so I hope I can do it because I just want this book to be over. It is so weird. I still don't really feel like I get it. So this is definitely not the book for me, but I'm still intrigued how it's going to end. I've also been listening quite a bit to Little Women and I am loving it so much. It's giving me so many cozy vibes. It feels like joining this really lovely family of sisters. It's kind of also giving me Bridgerton vibes with this big family where the mother is there, and like in Bridgerton the father has passed away, but in Little Women the father is just gone but still in the picture. But still it kind of gives me those vibes of like this big family with all these siblings and how they are, you know, playing together and then they are fighting and just lots of different things happening within this family, and I'm just loving it so much. I'm like 11% of the way through and I don't know why I've never read this book before. I'm loving it. Let me know in the comments if you have also read Little Women and what you thought of it. I also thought the film was really fun, but I forgot everything about it, or like almost everything, so it's gonna be a surprise. The weather today is so disgusting and I really hope it's going to clear up, because a big part of King's Day is that there are flea markets all around town and people can sell their stuff and just do clear outs, and all these kids are on these little blankets selling their old toys and it's just the cutest thing ever. But because it's raining so much I feel so sorry for them, and I really hope it's going to clear up so they can still be outside and sell all of their, you know, that stuff from home that I don't want anymore. So it sounds so weird if I'm saying it. So basically King's Day is the king's birthday, and even though half the country is definitely not a big fan of the monarchy, this is not about celebrating the king like, oh, he's the best king ever. This is more about just having a fun day outside. Everyone is wearing orange. Not me though, I don't have any orange clothes. Half the people are wearing orange and there are festivals everywhere, always lovely drinks and food, and as I said, all of the flea markets, their performances. So it's just a very fun day and the entire country just likes to celebrate it. And it's just a good excuse to hang out with friends and have a lovely day. So I really hope that the sun will come out a little bit, because this is just very, very sad. I think I have around 2 more hours before I'm going into town. So I'm going to try to finish Rouge now, and I'm also really excited to go to the hairdresser next week because my hair is way too long. Look, I literally can't do anything with it anymore. It's just laying flat on my head, and yeah, it's way too long. So I'm definitely gonna cut quite a bit off. Like, it has been years since I've had this long hair. I'm excited to cut part of it off. Okay, I'm gonna do some reading and I will keep you updated on Rouge. Hopefully by the next clip I will have finished it. It is 10 o'clock and I have finally finished Rouge. Oh my goodness, this was definitely a ride. I'm gonna give it 2.75 out of 5 stars. I did really appreciate the message in this book of how the beauty industry can be very, very kind of cruel and obsessive and unnecessary and very scary. How deep people can be like sucked into this idea of wanting and needing to be beautiful. So I thought that was very interesting, but the whole way that this was written, it was so weird. This was honestly one of the weirdest books I've ever read. It felt like a really strange fever dream. So yeah. This was interesting, but I'm glad I finally finished this bloody book. I'm not going to start anything right now because I'm going into town for a bit and see maybe if I can find some fun things on flea markets and have some nice food and drinks. And yeah, we'll see how my day is gonna go. Luckily it stopped raining, so I hope it's going to stay this way, but we'll see. I'll try and film a few clips here and there, but if I don't, I'll speak with you again probably tomorrow. I'm just in a bookstore and I noticed that they have this edition of The Night Circus. I've never seen this before, and even though I've already got like 5 copies, I now want this. Even though I'm not buying any books, but this is going on my wish list. Good morning, happy Sunday. Yesterday was a really fun day. We walked a lot across all of the flea markets and just had some food, and then we just went home again. We listened to a bit of the music, but just had a very cozy evening at home because we didn't really feel like going out to party the entire day. But on the flea market I did bought this super cute bag. I am so happy with it. It literally was like €3. It's a really quite a big one, and it still looks super clean, which I always like when buying something secondhand, and I thought it was just so cute, especially for summer. So this was a success, my flea market find. And yesterday I also started reading Garden Spells. I read one chapter and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's giving practical magic meets what's that other witchy fancy book? In the Company of Witches. It's kind of a mix between these two, and I'm really enjoying it so far already. So we'll see how this is gonna go. I think I'm going to try to read a bit more now, but first I'm going to read the second summary of the Toll, or like the Sight trilogy. So Thunderhead, I'm going to read the summary for Thunderhead, so I can also start reading the Toll on my Kindle if I feel like it. This afternoon we're going to this really big Asian supermarket, Oriental, to just get some nice food, and I need some new chopsticks and just some bits here and there, see what they have. And we're going to go to IKEA because I also want a few things from IKEA. So a very lovely Sunday, like a good Sunday. So I'm excited. I will keep you updated on my reading, and yeah, let's do some fun things. It is a Monday morning. I'm really excited to just work this week. I feel very motivated, which is always very lovely. I have a few reading updates. I have read nearly 2 chapters of Garden Spells. I'm on page 40 and I'm enjoying it so much. So I will keep you updated on if it's going to be very magical and enchanting, but I feel like it is going to be. But also, I don't like the way that my fringe looks. See, that looks a bit better. Nice. I am going to get a cut this week because it's very long. I have also listened to 25% of Little Women already, and I am loving it. It's so cute and just, it feels so cozy, and it is becoming one of my favorite classics because it's really good and so fun. And thirdly, I have some very exciting updates because I am releasing a collection of keychains, and the release will be on the 7th of May, which will be a Tuesday at 7 p.m. CET, which is Amsterdam time. And I'm releasing 5 keychains. I already posted about this on my Instagram, but I'm gonna show it to you right now on YouTube. So 5 keychains, a cute potion bottle, of course, a book, a really cute teacup, one of my favorite ones, a toadstool, and lastly, some crystals. I am so excited. I've only ever released 1 keychain before, which was years ago, and now 5 keychain designs will be added to my shop. They've got little gold, like the hangers, they're gold, and you can also add your keys on here because it's one of the rings that you can open yourself. So I am super excited. The 7th of May at 7 p.m. CET. I will add these to my webshop, to my Etsy, and you can already get them in the Swan Market stores in Rotterdam, Delft, The Hague and Haarlem, which are concept stores where I sell my products. And because I'm selling my products there, I also work there a few times a month, and today is one of those days. So around 12 at noon, I'm going over to Delft to work there for a few hours and restock everything and make sure everything looks nice and tidy. So I'm excited to go there and to restock my cabinet full of the goodies that I've designed, which is still so fun and special to see that things that I've designed myself are now available to purchase in an actual shop. So I'm forever grateful for all of that. So I'm excited to be working there this afternoon. And whilst going there, I will of course read a bit more from Garden Spells. I'm just very excited to read this. I feel like I'm in quite a good reading mood, which is really exciting. I haven't started the tour yet, but I will keep you updated on that. But right now I'm just going to tidy up a little bit, grab my stuff and go over to Delft. Good morning. I have some reading updates and I'm loving it so much. It's really giving me all the like witchy cottagecore vibes and I'm digging it. It's definitely a bit deeper than just them having this magical apple tree in the back garden and like things are definitely happening with these characters. And the thing is, this is giving me quite some, as I said, cottagecore vibes. And I always like to have the perfect reading playlist to go with it. And I love the song Soldier, Poet, King, which is just the ultimate cottagecore song, but it has lots of lyrics and I can never really listen to songs that have lyrics when I'm reading. Otherwise, I'm just going to focus on the lyrics and not on the book. But I found this instrumental version by Cullen Vance. It's the first one. And I just opened up a radio for this song and now it's the perfect cottagecore reading playlist because they're all instrumental songs and it is giving me life. So tip, just turn on the song radio for this particular song and you have the perfect reading playlist. So I'm loving this book and I'm also loving Little Women. I'm like 30% of the way through and it's so good. I love it. It's so cozy. So I've just been listening to that whilst cooking this morning. I'm already like, I made some dinner for tonight so I don't have to do that then. And yeah, I'm loving both books that I'm reading and it's so exciting. I still haven't started at all, but I think I won't start it in this vlog, but it will be the next ebook that I'm going to be reading. I'm going to do lots of work today and I will probably give you a few final reading updates later in this vlog. And yeah, I'm excited to just get back to work and get reading more from Garden Spells because I'm loving it. If you have like recommendations of books that you think may be similar to Garden Spells, please do let me know in the comments because I'm already dying for more. Even though I'm still on my biggest book buying ban ever, I haven't bought a book in like 6 months. After that, I can definitely buy some new very cozy books, but I'm still trying to read all my physical books, or like as many of my physical books as possible, and it's going really well. It is Wednesday today. Spring has finally sprung. The weather is amazing. I've already been on a walk outside and I'm also going to have drinks later today with Leonie from the book Leo. I'm so excited to meet up again because I haven't seen her in so long. So we're going to sit outside and hopefully there will still be some sun because I need to soak up some extra vitamin D because I need it here in the Netherlands. But I wanted to give you some final reading updates because I am currently, let me see, 104 pages into Garden Spells.
I'm trying to read all the books for my physical TV.
I was just uploading a new reel about my monthly reading updates and it's uploading and it's suddenly uploaded. But I'm enjoying this one lots. I have to say, at the beginning, it was a bit more about this magical tree that they have in their backyard and they are sometimes using it, but I wish there was a little bit more magic in it. So I'm still enjoying it so much. Absolutely, I'm really feeling for these characters already, but I want to see a bit more of the magic behind their world and like their family and their house and their tree. So still very excited to continue reading this, absolutely, but Give me a little bit more magic, please. But when it comes to Little Women, let me see how far into this book I am, because I am loving it so much. I'm listening to it so often. This morning as well when I was just cleaning, and whoa, that's a massive boat that's suddenly sailing past. I live next to this water where all of these really big ships that carry goods and stuff, they always go by, but this one was super big. That's really cool. Let me see. I'm 35% of the way through and I'm just loving it very much. It's quite a big book actually, but it's so nice. I'm loving it. Okay, so those were the final few reading updates that I have. I really hope that you enjoyed this vlog. I thought it was a really nice and cozy one, and I can't wait for like all the summer, spring sun that's coming out and filming a bit more outside and reading outside. So prepare for some very cozy vlogs that will be coming in the upcoming weeks and months. My next vlog is going to be really exciting too, because tomorrow I kind of have an entire day off, so I plan on just doing a full reading day, just a cozy reading day, reading a lot and just chilling and going outside and reading in the sun, because apparently the weather is going to be even better. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you want to comment something but you don't know what to comment, comment some cherries, because I don't know, cherries always feel like when the sun is shining. Thank you again so much for watching. I really hope you're all having a very beautiful and sunny day, and I will see you in my next vlog.